Have you ever been cheated? Maybe someone didn't return your money in a business deal, or you bought a product with a warranty, but the company refuses to provide technical support, or someone took over your property without your permission, or maybe you're stuck in a painful matrimonial dispute. It's frustrating, it's painful, right? And many times it leaves you feeling helpless, but on the other hand, going to court for every issue isn't always practical. Litigation can be long, stressful, and expensive. So what's the solution? That's where the term legal notice comes into the picture. Hello everyone, today let's talk about a common but very important question. Is sending a legal notice enough to resolve a civil dispute? Or can things be settled just with a notice without going to court? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It depends on the situation. First, let's understand what is a legal notice. A legal notice is like a final warning, or in other words, it's a formal opportunity given to the other side to make things right before you take legal action. It says, this is your last chance to settle, or I'll see you in court. Now back to our main question, that is a legal notice enough to resolve a civil dispute? In some cases, the answer is yes, and in some cases, the answer is no. Now you must be confused, right? In what cases it is yes, and in what cases it is no. If your dispute is with a big company, a brand, or a reputed individual, and you truly believe you've been cheated or wronged, then there's a high chance that a well-drafted legal notice can resolve your matter. And why so? Because such people and organizations care about their reputation. In today's competitive world, trust and credibility matter. One negative legal move can hurt their brand, and they usually avoid that. But if your dispute is with a small company, or an individual who doesn't care about their reputation in society, then honestly, in most cases, a legal notice won't be enough. But why so? Because they don't value reputation or legal consequences the same way. They ignore notices, and that pushes the matter further into litigation. Now, you also need to understand that a legal notice isn't separate from litigation. It's actually the first step of the legal process. Even courts take it seriously. If your matter goes to court, the time and effort you spent sending the notice becomes part of the record. It marks the beginning of the litigation timeline, but only if it's sent properly through an advocate. So always remember, a legal notice is not the final solution, but it's a powerful first step. It can settle the matter, or at least open the door to justice. And yes, the language of the notice also matters. If it's written in a polite yet authoritative tone, there's a good chance of resolution. But if it's overly aggressive or threatening, it may push the other party to resist or ignore. At Meliora Legal Center, we have resolved most of our civil matters through legal notices and mediation. We do not practice or encourage litigation unless absolutely necessary. So if you're stuck in a dispute and want to resolve it without going to court, feel free to reach out to us, mpugulfirm@gmail.com, or call at 845-976-2075. If you're going through a civil dispute, don't stay silent. Speak up. Stand up for your rights. The law is with you. Stay aware. Stay strong.